Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. This nasty, bitter feud, most of the years carried out on supposedly neutral ground, carries high stakes today, guys.
I'll tell you what's always fun about watching this game between Florida and Georgia is that there is just so much speed on the field. I felt that way when I played in this game. There's so much NFL talent racing around. The game just moves faster than most other games in college football.
I completely agree, but you did say the name of the game wrong. It's the Georgia-Florida game. In this rivalry, it's always played in Jacksonville, but speed, bragging rights, this game always matters to the fans.
Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Allen. Fakes the grab on the left. The Gators get enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
At the 40, there he goes. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Takes a hit as he fires. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Rashada. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Bradley. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Try to get it on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. No problems with the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays. You know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7, and they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back. He came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision making.
They go to the ground. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Looking for a man. It's Rashada. He's open on the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Dogs able to hunker down and get out with a close win the last time they saw the Gators.
Yeah, and anytime you get a win in Jacksonville, anytime you beat Florida, it's a success. It doesn't matter if it's by 100 or if it's by 1. Georgia fans know how much this means to them, and so do these players.
Yeah, they call this game the world's largest cocktail party. The energy in the stands is just completely different. That's something David and I obviously have experienced before. And after that Georgia win last year, man, those Bulldog fans, they stuck around. They were here in Jacksonville, hanging out at the stadium, enjoying it all through the night. They've been enjoying it all year, and they're hoping to order some more adult beverages after this one.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Back to throw. It's Rashada. Finds a spot in the middle. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage. Down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Dropping back, it's Allen. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going up top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. And the Gators will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, man. You got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Colorado State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got him back. Territory coming out. Now you force the turnover. Set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bulldogs line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of...
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
Pocket starts to collapse. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes like the Gators and Dogs duking it out on neutral turf, you know emotions will run high.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he's running in the open. The 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Hit as he throws. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Rashada. He's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the returner will be brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So you got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs, a lot of talented football players, and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. The Gators get it past the sticks.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a 1st down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
To the air, it's Allen. Got his man in the middle. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Here comes the two-point try. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Allen. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he makes it a 3-possession game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. They'll leave it with him.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They've got the screen set up. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got it, looking for a 1st. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. First down here for the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Looking to pass. It's Allen. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Unleashes one deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off play action on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there and getting the seat.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Calls his own number. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a 2-possession game, down 15. So it's an 80-yard drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set. First down. Back to pass. It's Allen. He's going up top here late in the game. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation.
Trying to get behind the defense. Got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
The Gators are threatening on first and goal. Quarterback will audible. Snaps it in the shotgun. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the up. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.